It's Tom from Finest Pets back at it again on a spring forest walk at the Sudden Regional Forest just outside of Cambridge, Ontario. I visited this place a few weeks ago when it was much colder than it was today. The weather is just right for salamanders and other spring breeding amphibians, as it was raining the night before and today it's nice and mild, being about 70 degrees Fahrenheit outside. There was nothing under that first log, but that's alright. The surrounding leaf litter around the rocks and logs is nice and damp from that heavy rain that we had the night before, which is perfect for bringing the salamanders out of their hiding places. Our first salamander of the day, a blue-spotted salamander, which gets its name from the light blue freckles covering its body. This species is locally common here and has a unique defense in secreting a sticky fluid from its tail in the attacker's mouth if it decides to take a bite of it, which I always find a very interesting defense adaptation. Let's check out this flooded area over here, as I see some great rocks that could have something hiding underneath in the way of salamanders or maybe something else. Who knows? Let's find out. I flipped this log after those rocks and found 2 redback salamanders. What's cool about this find is that the second redback salamander over here doesn't have the red back, being a uniform gray. This color phase is often called a leadback phase, which is a neat little find for the day. Now that we had a good look at those redback salamanders, let's flip over their log and keep going on with our day. You can hear different frogs calling in the background where this forest wetland begins, and I'm hoping to see some spring breeding frogs. Likely species I'll come across will be wood frogs, spring peepers, American toads. Will probably be the first out breeding in an area like this. The sun came out briefly and just at the right time too, as I noticed this male wood frog calling away in the water in that forest wetland. The frog was a bit of a distance away from me, so I did my best to get the footage of it to show it calling. This snake isn't going to get away from me that easily, and let me just see, I can catch it here. And this is not your typical eastern garter snake. This is a northern ribbon snake. And what a gem this is to find. Let's let it calm down and take a closer look at it. As far as identifying your northern ribbon snake to your typical eastern garter snake, you can see that the ribbon snake is a much longer, leaner snake and very slender bodied, and will have that chevron striping pattern right on its midsection there. And it will have a lot more of a elongated head shape. Plus the striping on its backside will be more of a cream color, like you see here. And as far as facial features, you can see that they'll have the white cheeks and that white scale in front of the eye. That's a dead giveaway that you have a ribbon snake and not a garter snake. Under this moss-covered rock was a spotted salamander. You can tell that by those big yellow polka dots that they have. This was the species I was hoping to find today, so I'm very happy. Here's a size comparison with my hand in front of the salamander to show that this is quite a large species at about 7 to 8 inches. I found a few more logs that I think will be right to flip over. Let's see. No one under over here. And no one's under over here on this side either. Well, time to go to the next one. Check out this really unique redback salamander I found underneath a small log. It's a leadback phase, but it has a lot of oranges and russet colors on its tail and legs, which I found was really cool and worth showing to you. I caught my second snake for the day, and this one is your typical eastern garter snake. Now that you've seen the northern ribbon snake earlier, you can see the differences between both species now, that the eastern garter snake is a little bit more thicker in the body, broader head, and its striping is different. And let's take a look at the face for a moment, and you can see that it doesn't have that characteristic white scale in front of the eye and those really prominent white cheeks. But this garter snake has been very nice and very cooperative, so let's put him back in his leaf litter and hunt some frogs and toads. I must be doing something right today because I found my second northern ribbon snake for the day. This one is in really good condition too. And look at this. He's missing the last little bit of his tail here. You can tell this is an old injury that he's had, but it's not stopping him in his way of life whatsoever. Let's take a little closer look at him. Really, really stunning snake. This is a real treasure to find. So let's put him back in the grass near this pond. There you go, buddy. Today was a great outing and we found a lot of great species for today. So like, share, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you on the next one.